Hey Steelers fans, the Steelers preseason has just begun and the surprises keep appearing, but not in a way we would like. Concerning injuries and questionable performances, we just got a big update on Jaylen Warren and you won't believe the news we have for you. And if you think the drama is only on the field, wait until you hear what a former NFL scout has to say about the situation of our quarterback Russell Wilson. This left a lot of fans upset. Leave a like if you are a big fans or Steelers, and let's watch the video. The Pittsburgh Steelers received somewhat reassuring news regarding running back Jaylen Warren's injury status. Head coach Mike Tomlin confirmed that Warren, who sustained a hamstring injury during the team's second preseason game against the Buffalo Bills, will miss the upcoming preseason finale against the Detroit Lions. Despite this setback, Tomlin is optimistic about Warren's quick return. Jaylen won't be playing this week, but we're not looking at a long-term injury here, Tomlin remarked during a press conference. The primary concern is whether Warren will recover in time for the Steelers' season opener against Atlanta on September 8th. Hamstring injuries are tricky. They can easily become protracted issues if not managed carefully. Pittsburgh's experience with tight end Pat Freiermuth last season, who went from nearly playing to landing on injured reserve due to a similar issue, serves as a cautionary tale. With Warren sidelined, the Steelers are now evaluating their options for the backup running back role behind Najee Harris. Special teams ace Cordarrelle Patterson, along with Jonathan Ward, LaMichael Perrine, Aaron Shamklin, and Daijun Edwards are all in contention. Notably, Ward is back in practice after his own hamstring injury, adding another layer to the ongoing competition for roster spots. Now, changing the subject, let's talk about Wilson. The situation is complicated for him, and a former NFL scout has strong words against Wilson. Russell Wilson's start with the Pittsburgh Steelers was far from successful, failing to score in his attempts and suffering 3 sacks. Criticism wasn't limited to fan reactions. It extended into the media, notably from former NFL scout and current podcast host John Middlecoff. Middlecoff, in his 3 and Out podcast, didn't mince words about Wilson's performance, saying, Sean Payton, Denver Broncos HC, was never going to like Russell Wilson, and the moment he watched them play, he couldn't stand him. And I understood it because if I don't really respect you, kind of a weirdo, and then I don't think you're very good, and especially in that situation when you're making all this money and I go, you aren't worth this at all. I didn't pay you this. It was destined to fail. And when watching the Steelers the other day, I was playing golf when the game was going on, I got a bunch of DMs, direct messages, like, are you watching this? I got home and immediately watched it. He's, Russell Wilson, a washed player. It is what it is. Middlecoff also highlighted the tendency of preseason opinions to amplify existing narratives, suggesting that the preseason serves as fodder for media overreactions. He elaborated on the drama often associated with Wilson, contrasting his situation with other legendary quarterbacks whose assistants often rise to become head coaches, whereas Wilson's seem to get fired. Middlecoff suggested, I think what's going to be the undoing of the Steelers is the drama in that quarterback room. Because those guys, Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, are so famous, every offensive coordinator Russell Wilson has ever had before Sean Payton got fired. Every single one. All of them in Seattle. Fired. Nathaniel Hackett, former Broncos HC Year 1, fired. The preseason games may not fully reveal a player's worth, but they can certainly influence public and media perception, setting the stage for the regular season where true assessments can be made. Look, the Steelers have a lot to sort out before the season begins in earnest. Between Warren's recovery and the pressure on Russell Wilson, the team will need to show a lot of resilience. So, do you have time to clean the house? I want to know your opinion. Leave it in the comments and click on the video that appears on the screen to continue following everything about our team. Until next time.